Morning everyone. So, one question for you for the weekend. What if the reason your people aren't doing the right things is because they're too busy doing the wrong things? Today I'm wearing brown, and I'm wearing brown because I'm going to be talking about floating. But before I do, let's just give a quick overview of the colours. You've got the three green behaviours: thinking, communicating and improving. Those are the things that if you have them in your diary in the right proportion will take you, your people and your business upwards, make you better. Versus the amber behaviours: monitoring and directing, just two of them. And that's what's going to keep things where they are, maintain status quo and manage risk. Then there's red, doing, and then there's brown, floating. And those are the things, if you have them in your diary, are going to take you, your people and your business backwards, make you worse. So one of the common mistakes that I have seen many people make, especially CEOs and HR directors, when dealing with the problem of leadership culture in their organization, unusually is to send their people on a leadership development course thinking that this one will make all the difference. Now, I don't believe that's going to work. And I've got a story to back it up. So I spent 20 years in the city and I saw millions of pounds spent on management and leadership development courses. And I honestly don't believe that when I left the city 20 years later that I saw that many more good managers and leaders than when I actually entered it. So with all this money being spent, what really happened? Well, the last leadership development course I went on to, not as a participant, but as an observer, I thought it was really great. And this is the point. I'm not saying that leadership development courses aren't worth doing. I just think they need to be done at the right time. So I went to the first session and I looked at it and thought, this is brilliant. This is really, really good, hitting the right note. And during the interval, I was chatting to an MD who was participating. So this is a managing director of an organization. This organization had about 100,000 people at the time, a lot less now. And I said to them, I said, what do you think about this? And they turned around to me and they went, well, yeah, it's all right. It's nothing I haven't heard before. Now that's the first point to note, is that they said it's nothing they haven't heard before. So they already knew this stuff, but they weren't doing it. Curious. It's what they said next that was the real clincher for me. They said, the problem is, how am I going to find time to do all this new stuff? And that was the face they used, all this new stuff, when I've already got all this other stuff on my plate. And that was the fundamental. They already were filling their time with so much stuff, but what they hadn't realized is that it wasn't really adding any value. So here's the key. You've got to get your people to see that the stuff that they are doing already is not the right stuff. That's why they're so busy. If you don't do that before you send them on a leadership or management development course, they are literally going to turn up, give it lip service, listen to it, and then go, yeah, unrealistic, because I've got all this other stuff going on. So how can you do that? Well, get a discovery. Get a diary detox discovery. So I'll come in, I'll do a lunch and learn with your organization. I can do it with 500 people at a time, remotely. And what it will show people is A, it will give them some insight. It'll teach them something new that they can take away and use straight away. So it will be something that they will get benefit out of. But the most important thing is what you get out of it. And hopefully they'll get it as well, which is that you will get to see how much of the time they are spending every day at work, every week of every year, until you do something about it, how much of that is adding no value whatsoever. Brown behavior. So, what if the people you have in your organization aren't doing the right things, not because they're bad people, not because they haven't been on enough courses, but because they are literally too busy doing the wrong thing? Have a think about it for the weekend. I think it's an interesting one. If you're interested to find out more, then get in touch. In the meantime, have a great day. Have a great weekend.